Welcome back, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, to an all-new episode of Dick Rogers, Space Detective. And do you know what season it is?
It's spooky season!
Hell yeah, it is! And even though I'm usually more about the tricks this time of year, we've got a treat for you today.
It's always interesting combing through the scripts we've been able to uncover to see if we can find one that's appropriate for a particular holiday.
Oh, but we've got one tailor-made for Halloween today.
Yeah, we do.
From what I understand, the radio show aired on Wednesdays back in the day. And we just happened to come across a script that originally aired on Wednesday, October 31st, 1951.
I'm sure most years when Halloween didn't actually fall on a Wednesday, they still had a themed episode that week.
Yeah, I mean, who could resist the one chance each year to write something different, something spooky?
Like the old Treehouse of Horror Simpsons episode they used to do.
Oh, buddy, they still do Treehouse of Horror episodes.
They still do The Simpsons?
Yeah, this year it'll be coming out on Sunday, November 3rd, and not all of the segments have been announced yet, but it sounds like this year they're parodying...
Hey, no spoilers!
Wait, you still watch The Simpsons in this, the year of our Lord 2024?
I mean, it's still on. Someone must still watch it.
But it's been a part of American culture for so long. I feel like it's important, You know what? I don't have to explain myself to you. I like what I like. And yes, I still watch The Simpsons.
I guess I can respect that.
So, should we?
Oh, definitely.
Can I?
Sure, why not?
Ghosts and ghouls, get ready for Dick Rogers and the Cagey Cultists!
Welcome, listeners, to an all-new spooktacular episode of The Adventures of Dick Rogers, Space Detective. It's that time of year where the spirits and monsters roam free. This week, the Jiff has sent Dick and a small crew on an undercover mission to investigate and, if possible, infiltrate a notorious cult. Can Dick survive this trip to a remote asteroid colony where every citizen may be plotting his demise? If you want to find out, don't move that tuner dial, because this is Dick Rogers and the Cagey Cultists.
Detective's log, entry 1. I've agreed to do something I said I'd never do again. I can't pretend I'm acting in my own best interest, so the least I can do is keep a log in case I don't make it through this mission. If you're hearing this, this means I've gone missing, or that I'm dead. Or maybe you stumbled across this recording cartridge labeled "Listen Only in Case of Emergency," and you're nosy enough to listen anyway. Whatever the case may be, I've agreed to participate in a undercover mission. Ugh. Myself, with 2 recent graduates of the Gift Detective Academy, have been sent to investigate, and if possible, infiltrate a notorious cult who worship a demonic entity of some kind. We are currently en route to the asteroid-based colony. I am heading to the bridge for a briefing with my small crew and the commissioner. I will update this log as events unfold.
What's that box you're talking into, Dick?
Don't worry about it, Veronica.
It's not a personal radio communicator, is it? You know we aren't allowed.
Ingrid, do you really think he can afford one of those? Even on a full Jiff detective salary, that's like 3 months' pay.
I don't know. Maybe his family has money like you. I had to make you leave yours back at the...
That's enough, rookies.
Yes, that'll be quite enough lollygagging and fraternizing. We've got a very important and not at all redundant mission briefing to get to.
Speaking of that briefing, here we are. Ingrid, can you get the radio hooked up to the decryption doohickey? The commissioner is still waiting for us.
Yes, sir.
I've told you 100 times, do not call me sir.
Ingrid, do you need any help with that?
I'm sure she can handle it. Communications is her specialty, after all.
Actually, communications is Veronica's specialty. But I can rise to the occasion, sir.
I said cut it with the sir business.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the offer, though.
Anytime. Since you've got her doing my job, do you want me to do hers and check our course?
Sure, knock yourself out.
The commissioner is coming through now.
Commissioner Wilson, Jiff Command to the crew of the cargo ship Orion, come in.
This is Dick Rogers, space detective, acting captain of the cargo ship Orion.
Yes. Dick, good to hear your voice. By now, you and Constables Ingrid Nielsen
Aye, aye, sir.
and Veronica Campbell.
I am present as well, sir. No one has died of dysentery or been sucked out of the airlock yet, sir.
Yes. Glad to hear it. Anyway, you should be arriving at asteroid M192 at 1200 hours. You are aware of the mission parameters.
Yes, we've been sent to investigate the Srogza cult in light of recent disappearances in this quadrant over the last 6 months.
Yes. There have been 57 people reported missing whose last known whereabouts were in this quadrant since they opened their colony on asteroid M192. That, coupled with the recent discovery of the Demeter, a supply ship found drifting with no crew.
Yes, I heard the cargo was untouched, but it was unsalvageable because the artificial gravity was out and there were gallons of human blood floating through the ship in little blobs and bubbles.
Rumors have highly exaggerated the incident.
And yes, I read the report from the Demeter. The ship's log said the cargo had been delivered to the Srogza colony. The crew was missing, and there were traces of human blood detected.
Yes. Well, that is correct, Constable Nielsen. Warranted or not, these disappearances have led to rumors of human sacrifice, or even cannibalism, which is where you come in.
Yes, sir, we're heading to the colony under the guise of a cargo ship to infiltrate the notorious cult and find out what nefarious and satanic things these monsters have been up to.
There's no solid evidence of foul play. We're just here to investigate.
Correct again, Constable Nielsen. This is a fact-finding mission. You are, however, operating undercover to avoid causing any conflict with the colonists. We don't want another Sect of Eternity situation on our hands.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
No.
Yes. That's what we want to avoid. Their religion may be a little hokey, but the colony was established entirely through legitimate channels, and there was never this kind of controversy in places they lived before.
Yes. So, either the disappearances are unrelated, or the colony moved out here specifically to escape the attention of society and finally live out the gruesome practices their demonic god demands of them.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but I guess that's more or less the situation. But please, don't go in with itchy trigger fingers expecting the worst. And also remember that this is an undercover mission, so maintain your cover as an independent cargo ship. This will be good experience for you constables to learn under an experienced operative like Dick Rogers.
Don't worry, Commissioner. I'll take good care of the rookies. But remember, the last undercover mission I went on was supposed to be my last, so you owe me one.
You'll be expected to check in with the colony soon, so I'll let you go. Just one last thing. Assume everything is on the up and up until proven otherwise. But, to be on the safe side, stick to your cover story, and absolutely no written or audio logs of the mission that reveal its true nature will be permitted. If the colonists search the ship and find something like that, it could lead to unpleasantness.
Yes,
sir.
Yes. All right. Good luck. Commissioner Wilson signing off.
All right, rookies. We've got to radio the colony soon. But first, I want to give you a little reality check. We don't know what kind of demonic hellhole we're flying into. The commissioner can tell us to play it cool in his comfy office on the Jiff moon base. But it's us out here putting our lives on the line. I'm not saying shoot first and ask questions later, but I'm definitely saying to keep your friends close and your blasters closer.
Yes, sir.
What did I say?
It can't be that bad, can it?
I've been here before, rookie. These cultists are crazy, like Venusian hyperfoxes. They'd as soon sink their teeth into your living flesh and tear out your throat as look at you.
No.
The members of these cults are barely human. They're usually so hungry for blood that they can't string 4 words together.
Sir, I've got their communications officer on frequency 1. I'll patch him through.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, hello there. This is Herb Luckvault, communications officer for the Srogza colony. Is this the cargo ship Orion?
Yes, sir. This is Navigator Ingrid Nielsen. You're coming through loud and clear.
Well, hey there, Ingrid. So glad to hear your voice. So what you're gonna wanna do is swing your cargo doors around to the cargo airlock. Oh, there I go, getting ahead of myself now. I'm sending you a diagram of the colony now. Here, I've highlighted the cargo lock on there for you. Just swing on around, get locked on, and give us a knock on the old bulkhead, and I'll be there in my other official role as supply chief to let you in.
Ah, I see it. I'll set the course and we'll see you in just a few minutes.
Sounds great. Herb, signing off.
Ingrid, signing off?
Signing off? You're a real pro, you know that.
Well, if I wasn't trying to do your job.
Ladies, this is no laughing matter. We're about to dock with what we can only assume is a hostile colony full of religious zealots. We have to have our wits about us and be ready for whatever violence and devilry they've got in store for us.
But he sounded kind of...
They can sound however they want. We still have to be ready for the worst. All right, you two. Dismissed. Go get yourselves ready.
Sir, I still have to set the course and operate the docking mechanism.
Right. I'll be right back. Detective's log entry 2. We're about to dock with a colony of crazed demon worshippers. Things are about to get truly dangerous. So it's time for me to get my holdout blaster concealed in my person. I will continue to update this log as events occur.
Hey there, folks. Has game night gotten stale?
Yeah?
Sunk enough battleships?
Yeah?
Connected enough fours?
Yeah?
Tired of the banker always slipping themselves an extra 100 when they think no one is looking? Yes, I'm talking about you, Steve. Well, introducing a brand new game from Zithrax Entertainment.
What is it?
I'm getting to it. Introducing Friendship Kingdom, the new fantasy adventure board game you and up to 3 friends or family members can embark on. You 4 adventurers with your own unique classes and abilities must save the kingdom from the evil Dragon Lord.
Whoa, so cool!
But it's no easy task. On your way, there will be monsters, traps, bandits! And you also might have to watch out for your fellow adventurers, because only one can defeat the Dragon Lord and claim the prize.
Father, you've been allowed to reign over this family for far too long.
Surely you know that standing against me is fool's work. You have no allies to stand with you.
Don't I, Father?
Who do you think has been stealing your items, leading you into bandit traps, weakening you turn by turn?
Not one, but both my children stand against me. Fine, do your worst, but know this, your actions will have consequences.
See you back at the castle, Father.
Just wait until your mother hears about this.
Who do you think organized this coup? Goodbye, Father.
All this according to plan. Well done, children.
Fun for the whole family. So don't wait. Order now. Adventures and treasure await.
Detective's log entry 3. Our ship has rounded the asteroid and we are in the process of docking with the colony.
Sir, didn't the commissioner expressly ask us not to keep any written or audio logs of the mission that could blow our cover if discovered?
He didn't want anything discovered if they searched the ship. I'll keep this log recorder on me at all times.
But if he was concerned they may search the ship, wouldn't it, make sense for them to search us too?
I can see what you're getting at, Rookie. But not to worry. If they try to search me, I'll just shoot them. With my concealed blaster.
Oh, yes, sir. Good plan, sir. If they're already suspicious enough to search us, I'm sure being blasted will change their mind.
It'll let them know we're not to be trifled with. Now, do you mind if I continue my log?
No, sir. Proceed as you see fit, sir.
As we approach the asteroid, I can clearly see the outside of it is lousy with their demonic sigils and runes, no doubt meant to intimidate anyone who comes across to investigate their murderous ways.
I can't imagine this course of action turning out badly for us in any way, sir.
What was that?
Nothing, sir. I just hope to live long enough to someday have as much experience with undercover work as...
We're locking on now.
Good work, Constable Nielsen.
I'll go knock like he asked us to.
I'm not sure he meant that literally.
I am the one who knocks.
Of course, sir. We'll just stay here while you take care of that important task and hold down the fort.
Yeah, we'll let you know if anything comes over the radio.
Sure, just make sure you keep your eyes peeled. We might encounter any kind of evil tricks.
Aye, sir.
Rookies. It's like they're nervous to be in the same room as someone with my skills and expertise, always finding excuses to be somewhere else. Together. Must be good friends. Anyway, I'm making this short trip down to the cargo hold airlock to make our first face-to-face contact with these fiends. All I've got to do is pull this lever to open the airlock on our side. And I can enter the airlock to knock as asked. This has got to be the strangest airlock door I've seen. It's polished to a mirror shine except around the border of the door and the border of the windows. Those are surrounded by their demonic symbols. Alright, I've knocked as requested. Sounds like they're ready to open the door, so I'd better hide this log for the time being. More updates to come.
Oh, well, hey there. Put her there, I'm Herb Luckvault.
Hi, I'm Dick Rogers.
Oh, you must be the captain of this here ship. Do you mind calling the rest of the crew down? We like to get a photo of anyone who's kind enough to bring supplies out to our neck of the woods.
Okay. I'll radio up to the bridge to get the other two down here. Hey, rookies, could you come down to the cargo hold? Herb would like to take our picture.
Aye, sir.
We'll be right down.
Thanks for that. It's just a little tradition we got here. I'll snap your picture with the old Polaroid here for us to remember your visit. Oh, and I could snap one for you, too, if you'd like.
Oh, I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, say, this is a real nice ship you got here. What is that, a Rascal Mark II?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a beaut.
Yeah, she's my baby. Got her fresh off the line on Andromeda 3, not even half a parsec on the odometer.
So you've been in the cargo game for quite a while then, don't you know?
Yeah, I was raised on a cargo ship. My family has been in the shipping business since the old Earth days. Boy, if I had a nickel for every cargo I delivered.
Got it the other day. It was a
Oh, you two must be Ingrid and,
Veronica.
Did I hear Dick say you were rookies?
Yep. It's our first mission.
And delivery.
Yeah. Sorry. Still learning the terminology.
Oh, well, glad I could be here for the beginning of what I'm sure is going to be a great career. Okay, you guys, stand over there in front of the cargo. Now, pretend like you like each other now. Okay, just stay there for a second. I want to make sure it's developing okay, and I didn't have my finger on the lens or anything.
Sure.
So, just three of you on the crew? Any other guests on board? Find any stowaways?
Nope, just us.
Oh, good deal. Our security officer has a habit of beheading stowaways, don't you know? Just joshing you guys. Oh, you should have seen your faces. All right. I can already tell this is going to be a good photo. Thanks for indulging our little tradition. Dick, Ingrid, Veronica, welcome to Srogza Colony. You are all welcome to come inside and join me and whoever else is up and around in the fellowship hall for some coffee and pastries.
Don't you want to start unloading the cargo?
Oh, we'll get to that in a bit. It's just about time for our morning shift change. So the strong bucks that'll be helping you out with that should be halfway through their first cup of coffee and their second donut. Oh, and you never want to get between a fella and his coffee, don't you know? Come on in, you three.
I've just got to update our shipping manifest real quick. You guys go ahead. I'll catch up in a minute.
Okay, well, when you're ready, just come on through the door you can see at the other end of our storeroom over there, down the hall to the last door on the left. Or just follow the smell of coffee.
I'll be right in.
Oh, Ingrid, I've got to say, from your accent, it sounds like you could be from Aurora Colony on Ganymede.
Wow, that's some ear you've got. Aurora, born and raised.
Oh, don't be too impressed and give me a big head. Me and quite a few of the other colonists here are originally from there.
Whoa, so you two might know some of the same people from back.
Detective's log, entry 4. We have successfully docked and been given entry into their lair of villainy. I'm entering their storage bay. They are strings of garlic hanging along the walls to dry. They must grow garlic for trade. The report says there are 65 colonists at last count. I'd say they've got enough garlic hanging here for at least 600 people. As I make my way to the door that leads to the rest of the colony, I can see the door is also surrounded by their demonic sigils. They also have a mirror mounted to it. I have to admit, they do a much better job hiding their sinister intent than I expected. A less cautious man could almost be fooled into thinking things were normal here, other than the way they decorate. I'm about to enter their fellowship room, where I understand there will be several other cultists. I'll have to continue this log later.
And I said, wrecked him, damn near killed him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Boy, I can't believe you actually used that line in real life.
Well, when you see an opportunity, you gotta take it.
I guess it was John who took it, though.
Now you're telling me. Oh, hey there, Dick. I didn't say you come in. Guys, this is Dick Rogers, the cargo ship captain. Dick, this is Stan Hansen.
Howdy.
Oh, he'll be helping us unload the cargo. Oh, and this is the chief beholder, Marge Anderson.
Good to meet ya.
Thanks. Have you met Ingrid and Veronica?
We sure have. It turns out Ingrid and I are second cousins.
Yeah, turns out my grandma and his mom were sisters.
Yeah, we grew up just a few hatches apart down the same tubeway. I was actually just telling her the story of when great Uncle John was bringing in his garden gnomes after that big ice storm.
I bet he was sore.
You don't know the half of it.
I just wanted to thank you and your crew for making the delivery here. A lot of cargo companies won't deliver to us between misunderstanding our beliefs and the disappearances around here lately.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, a job's a job. But I guess I can see why people might be skittish about delivering to a colony where they worship a demonic entity who wants to wipe out all of life in the known universe.
Well, that's where people get it wrong.
Oh, yeah. No one here is worshipping Srogza, by gosh.
That's not how we heard it.
We know how powerful Srogza is, what Srogza wants to do, and we spend our time dedicated to observing and trying to keep Srogza asleep and the universe safe.
So where does the human sacrifice come in?
Dick.
No, Ingrid. What's the point in tiptoeing around it? We know that's what people say about us, too. I'm not shocked by the question. Let me ask you something, though, Dick. If there was a colony of ants that lived in your compost back home, do you think you would even notice if they were killing each other in your name?
I guess I probably wouldn't.
I'm not even sure I'd notice if there was an ant colony in the compost pile at all.
Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like Srogza is smarter or more advanced than us like we are compared to ants.
Oh, it's just that in sheer terms of size, Srogza is just that much bigger than us.
Well, in that case, how would your efforts to keep him asleep make enough of a difference to be noticeable?
Oh, we don't use gender pronouns for Srogza. It would be an insult to the entire gender.
Oh, yeah, but the efforts to keep Srogza asleep aren't like singing a lullaby or rocking a baby. It's more like making sure the lights stay off and the alarm clock doesn't ring. It won't work forever, but if we can keep Srogza asleep for even a little longer, we figure that's gotta be worth it.
I see what you mean.
But hey, we don't need to be standing around all morning talking religion. We've got some cargo to unload.
You're right, Stan. I'd better start prepping the hot dish for lunch and getting ready for the morning rituals. Nice to meet you, Dick, Ingrid, Veronica. Maybe I'll see you again before you leave.
It was nice meeting you.
Oh, well, all right, cargo unloaders. Let's get up there and, by gosh, unload some cargo. Oh, jeez, oh boy. Sounds like there's a knock at the door. Stan, you better come with me. Oh, sorry, folks. Why don't you head on back to your ship and we'll send a couple strong bucks to help you unload in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, we'd better check on that. We'll see you in a bit.
A knock at the door?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Do you think they mean, like, metaphorically? Like, Srogza is waking up?
I sure hope not.
We can't be sure, but there's definitely something fishy going on here. You can feel it, can't you?
I don't know. I was kind of feeling warm and welcomed. Until just now.
Anyway, let's get back to the ship. I'll update my detective's log, and you two can just make sure we're ready to blast off if they turn up with their ceremonial robes and daggers.
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Snap to it, rookies.
Aye, aye, sir.
Are you tired of that boring toilet?
Yeah?
Sick of the portable kind full of chemicals and the stench of other users?
Ew.
Over the use of public restrooms?
Oh, definitely.
Try ornamental grass. A delicacy for your derriere and a refreshing breeze for your bits.
I do like a refreshing breeze.
And the health benefits are unreal. Feel your quads strengthen as you squat, not to mention the ease of excreting while in that position.
Mrs. says I should work on my quads.
Ornamental grass will make you wee with glee.
Yippee!
Try it today.
Detective's log entry 7. We've spoken to a few members of the cult, and even though they keep the facade up pretty well, you can just feel them sizing your skull up for a nice drinking goblet. They've gone to check on a knock at the door. We're inside a colony on an asteroid without any external atmosphere in the middle of open space. How can someone be knocking on a door? Sounds like someone is on their way. More updates to come.
Hiya, I'm Gene. Herb sent me and Paul here to help you unload the cargo.
Hi there.
Sounds good. I'll get my crew back down here. Do you want to take a quick inventory of the cargo while I grab them?
Sure thing, Mr.
Rogers. Dick Rogers.
You got that clipboard with the checklist, Paul?
Oh, yeah, sure do. Do you want to check or call?
You can call. Hand it over.
Detective's log entry 5. 2 new members have shown up to help us with the cargo. Each one I meet is shiftier and more menacing than the last. I've got to make sure the rookies are armed before we go back to the cargo hold. All right, you two.
Oh, Dick, you startled us.
Sorry, sir. Oh, we were, almost finished here.
Almost.
A couple more shady characters showed up to help unload the cargo. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, and these are some beefy boys. You just better get yourselves armed before you come down to help. Nothing heavy duty, just something you can conceal if you've got it.
Okay, I think I've got a pocket knife.
I've got something for you. Let's grab it from my quarters.
All right, hurry up then.
Sure thing, sir.
Detective's log entry 7. I'm going to sneak back into the cargo hold and see if I can hear what they've been talking about while I've been away. Planning an ambush, no doubt.
Blood for the blood ceremony.
A check.
The skulls for the skull throne.
Check.
Balls for the ball pit.
Check.
20 pounds of rosemary.
Check.
20 pounds of Rosemary's baby.
Check.
30 bags of potatoes.
Check.
Dick, what are you doing there?
Shh!
Chamomile incense.
Check.
He must have just been waiting for us. Say, boys, I've heard of chamomile tea, but never chamomile incense.
Oh, yeah. It helps keep Srogza asleep. The chief beholder burns it every day as part of the rituals.
You can level with me. Don't you kind of want Srogza to wake up and cleanse the universe?
Oh, no, mister. That would be terrible.
It would mean the end of all life as we know it.
But don't you just want to clean up all that messy life now and then?
There's some life I'd like to clean up.
I don't know about you, but even on my worst, most life isn't worth living kind of day, I'd never want all life as we know it to end.
I know you've probably heard some terrible rumors about us, but we're just normal folk who are trying to keep ourselves and our families as safe as we can, with the bonus of helping keep all life safe.
Oh, jeez, everyone, we got us a containment breach. I need all security personnel to Sector 7G, and everyone else, just stay in your quarters or at your post. We'll update you if the situation gets worse.
Well, I guess we'd better get going to Sector 7G.
Wooden stakes? What kind of weapon is that for security personnel?
Oh no, V. I think I know what's going on here. What with the mirror and the religious symbols on the door and all the garlic hanging inside their storage bay?
What do you mean?
Are you familiar with the Earth legend of vampires?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
No, this is as serious as it gets.
How did you guess, Miss...
Ingrid Nielsen. I know a thing or two about vampires. You see, my mother's maiden name was Van Helsing.
Oh yeah, you must be the one from Aurora Colony Herb mentioned.
Well, you'd better come with us then. We could use the help.
Sure.
You other two can stay here. Things might get dangerous.
Not on your life, pal.
I need to keep my eye on my crewmate.
Well, if you're coming along, you'd better take one of these just to be safe.
Oh, good. My very own pointy piece of wood.
I'll stick to my blaster, if you don't mind.
It's your funeral, pal.
What was that?
A blaster is just gonna make a vampire mad.
We'll see about that.
Anyway, we'd better get on our way.
I can't believe I'm actually asking this, but is this why people keep disappearing around here? They're getting eaten by vampires?
Oh, yeah, you betcha. It's a big problem in this quadrant.
Sure, vampires. They probably got a space station around here with Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster.
Ingrid, you know all about this. If he won't believe us, maybe he'd listen to you.
Sure, I can try. Okay, so you know how vampires have to eat people?
Sure.
Well, when they're feeding, they have to be careful. If they drink too much or not enough blood, they can accidentally turn their meal into a vampire too.
Really?
Oh, you betcha. It's a lot easier to do accidentally than the movies and books would have you believe.
So, long story short, when a planet, colony, ship, whatever, when they get vampires, it's just a matter of time before there are so many accidental turnings that there are more vampires than people for them to feed on.
I guess that makes sense.
And when that happens, the vampires have a few options.
Fight amongst themselves and control their own population, get really into tourism to try and lure new food in, or take to space and find a new place to feed.
You see, they don't even need spacesuits, just heavy enough clothing to keep the sun off.
It's perfect for them because you can't see them with a regular telescope. Because of the mirrors that make them work, don't you know? They don't show up in pictures, so you can't catch them with that kind of telescope neither. The only way you can detect them is with a super powerful audio telescope.
In space, no one can hear you, blah.
So you're telling me that there are just a bunch of vampires, fictional blood-sucking monsters just floating through space, waiting to crash into a passing ship or planet?
Yeah!
I think they're serious, Dick.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, 7G is just around the corner here, so you might just be unlucky enough to get your wish.
Holy crap! Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, this is not good.
I've seen worse.
Buddy, I don't know what kind of cargo ship you fly, but if you've seen worse than this mess...
There's blood everywhere!
It looks like they've neutralized one vampire.
I guess that could be the case. But the funny thing is, driving a stake through a human's heart and decapitating it is also an effective way of permanently neutralizing a human.
If you look closely at the wounds, you can see...
No, thank you. As far as I'm concerned, this is just making the case stronger for these deranged cultists performing human sacrifices.
Oh, hey guys, over here, quick.
What's going on here?
Oh, well, we're not sure who was enthralled by the monster, but it looks like one of the Carlsons must have opened the hatch and let it in.
Oh darn.
Yeah, the whole family is gone. Thankfully, the security system caught it while it was trying to neutralize the warding charms to escape from their quarters. That was when Stan and I got here. It attacked us, but we got the one who was working on the door. We just want to be careful in case there's more than one. Now that you guys are here to help us, we're gonna split up to search the...
Where's Stan?
Oh, he's in the Carlson's quarters. We have to make sure that none of them have turned.
We should get him and...
Ah, oh, gosh, oh.
Look out!
No, not Herb.
Ah, crap.
Look at his eyes!
Don't worry. That should take care of him.
You don't understand.
I've got the stake. Paul, can you grab a sword or... Ah! He broke my arm.
Blah, stay back or I'll break his other one. Oh, gosh. Now you're just making me mad. Blah.
Ah, my other arm.
Ingrid, what are you doing?
That looked like suplex to me.
Don't worry. He's newly turned and hasn't had time to feed yet. He's barely stronger than a human. Ah!
Blah, how's that for strong?
Watch out, Gene. Could you try to roll?
Ah, my first arm again.
Sorry. I'm just trying to get him.
Not so tough without your steak, are you? Blah.
Ingrid, catch.
Sorry, Mr. Luckfolt. You seemed like a nice man, but the only cure for vampirism is a nice steak dinner with chops.
Blah.
Do any of you have a sword or an axe?
Like this one?
Just in time.
I didn't realize he got bit while we were neutralizing the first vampire, and then, before I knew it, he barricaded me inside the Carlson's quarters.
I've got him down, if you don't mind doing the honors.
It's a tough thing to do to someone who used to be your friend, but
Blah.
somebody's got to do it.
This has got to be the craziest thing I have ever seen.
Really? I thought you said you've seen way worse.
Well, I might.
Hey, I don't mean to be a nuisance, but could a guy with 2 broken arms get a little help here?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sure, bud.
Careful.
Why don't you get him a pillow, a blanket, and a couple aspirin for now, and let the medic handle getting him up to keep from accidentally making those arms worse?
That was amazing, Ingrid.
Well, when your mom's a Van Helsing, you can't help but learn a thing or two.
All right, folks. I know this has been an exciting tragedy, but we still got cargo to unload, and now we've got this mess to clean up on top of it. Paul, I'll join you and Dick's crew in a few minutes to get the cargo taken care of. The rest of the security team should be here any minute now.
Sure. Come on, rookies.
I mean, the way you just tossed that guy.
Oh, stop. You're making me blush.
Detective's log, entry 12. I just witnessed something that could very well have been a vampire attack. Or it could have been an elaborate ruse to get one of my rookie constables to participate in human sacrifices to their evil deity.
You think I don't know what a vampire looks like?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they could have gotten him turned on purpose. I wouldn't put anything past these fiends.
I'm just going to go get myself cleaned up.
I'll help you, as long as you don't bite.
No promises.
Anyway, I think our mission is almost done here. I haven't really been able to get to the bottom of things to my satisfaction, but at least I've kept myself and my crew safe. I'll check in again after we finally get this cargo unloaded.
Oh, well, hey there, folks. It's your friend and neighbor, Skeevy Michael. I've got a special deal for you today. Fresh, free-range, organic venison. I've got steaks, I've got roasts, I've got ribs, I've got ground chuck. Now, I gotta come clean here. Some of this meat, all of this meat, it was roadkill, but it's good meat. There's no point in letting it go to waste. You don't like the texture, I can make it into summer sausage. So, dial my beeper. I'll bring it right out to your house, but beat me today because, my chest freezer gave up the ghost last night, and, it's probably not gonna be any good tomorrow, so, why don't you just give me a call? You know how to get in touch with me, and I'll call you back to arrange a time to drop in and get you some fresh venison today. Well, kind of fresh. It's fresh enough. Okay, seriously, today only.
I just wanted to thank you for delivering to us out here and for helping us with our little vampire outbreak.
Don't mention it. Thanks for inviting us to the potluck. I don't think I've ever had a hot dish before.
Yes, it was lovely.
It felt almost like I was back home on Aurora Colony.
Oh, it's the least we could do. If you keep operating in this sector, hopefully we'll see you for another delivery before too long.
I'm not sure, with this kind of vampire activity, that we can keep operating out here safely. But if we do...
I think I need to stay?
What?
At least for a while. Stan was telling me the vampire attacks have been getting worse, and I certainly have the skills to help him with that.
Oh yeah, you sure do.
And I can really see the benefit of the work they're doing to try to keep Srogza asleep. And I mean, I got into this line of work to try to help people and keep them safe.
Work. You mean your job as the navigator on a cargo ship?
Well, yeah. This is just a more direct way to do it.
To do the work. I get you.
I mean, as long as it's okay with you and the rest of the colony, Marge.
After today, we're down a few good people, so I've definitely got a place for you if you're willing to do the work.
And besides, we're from the same place. I feel at home here after just a few hours.
Oh, well, as I've said, you're welcome if you want to stay, but I'll clear out and let you discuss the matter amongst yourselves. Good to meet you, Dick, Veronica. Hope to see you again soon.
Are you sure about this, Ingrid? Do you really feel like this is where you belong?
I didn't think anything like this would happen so quickly, but I really do.
You can drop the act. She's gone. You're just staying here to maintain gift surveillance on these weirdos.
What? No, I really feel called to stay here and help protect this colony.
Sure.
Don't talk to him. Talk to me. Are you sure you're sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I wish I wasn't. I'd love to come back home with you, but...
But you guys are being weird. You can still be friends. You can talk on the radio. You can visit each other. And who knows? Maybe the GIF will want 2 undercover officers here to keep an eye on things.
I guess that's true. It's not what we were planning, but maybe...
Do you two want to cry it out? Veronica, close up the bay when you're done. I'll be on the bridge getting ready to head out.
I know it's not what either of us planned, but maybe this can still work.
You better radio me every day.
Detective's log. Entry... I was guessing. I lost track which number I was on. Overall, this has been a pretty successful mission. We maintained our cover, and the rookies seem to be making a bit too much of a show of making arrangements for the GIF to keep an eye on this hotbed of violence and death. It's time to head back to the GIF base, and unless we get attacked on the way back by more... vampires, I should be able to get back safely by happy hour. This is Dick Rogers, signing off.
And make it home by happy hour they did. Mystery solved and with heroes acclaim. And that'll also be it for us this All Hallows Eve. But make sure to join us for the next adventure of Dick Rogers, Space Detective. Same space time, same space station.
Welcome back, listeners! Wasn't that a blast?
Why do I want a follow-up episode just to find out what happened to the rookies?
I assume they probably grew apart over time like most young friendships that come out of working in the same job or going to the same school.
What? I mean, the writer was clearly referencing Dracula's daughter. I mean, it was such a fun twist to have a sexy hunter instead of a sexy vampire. And I mean, clearly the Minnesotans were a representation of the patriarchy. I mean, are you as oblivious as Dick was in this episode?
Yeah, they weren't just work friends.
I mean, obviously.
I was kind of surprised that the station didn't say something about this, since it was from 1951.
It probably just flew under the radar, but I bet if they did come back with a future episode, they would have said they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
Oh! It's funny. I've kind of had a theory about vampires for a while.
About them floating around in space undetectably?
No, about vampire population naturally growing out of control and overwhelming the ability of non-vampires to breed and keep the food supply stable.
Well, it really depends on which version of vampire lore you're using.
This is just going to turn into an excuse for you to make fun of me for liking Twilight, isn't it?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said it hadn't crossed my mind.
I like what I like. It's time to hit 'em with the handles, Mike.
We're on Facebook at Dick Rogers Pod, on Instagram at Dick Rogers Space Detective, and Twitter at Rogers Space. And you can join the nerds on Patreon at patreon.com/space_detective.
And make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so you can catch a new episode each month as we release it.
And be sure to tune in for your next Dick appointment. Same space time, same space station.
This episode's nerds are Angela Ventris as Eleanor, Veronica, and Mother, Jacob Herman as Philip, Commissioner, and Jean, Michael Storm as Mike Nutley, Herb, Father, and Ski v. Michael, Nicholas Johnson as Announcer and Stan, Logan Wright as Dick Rogers, Child 1 and Bathroom User, Andrea Lang as Ingrid and Child 2, and Brittany Stone as Marge and Paul. Dick Rogers and the Cagey Cultists was written by Nicholas Johnson, Angela Ventris, Logan Wright, and Brittany Stone. Music by Nicholas Johnson, sound design by Michael Storm, and audio editing by Nicholas Johnson.